going?
It's fine. I mean, car is good. Like, yay,
Yeah.
we got compressor put in on Saturday, and finally,
Yeah.
and
Aftermarket stuff.
yeah, aftermarket stuff. Um, yeah,
Or off brand.
whatever. Yeah, like I like truth be told, I'm super happy. Like I'm like it's just a fun driving my car again without like going, oh God, is this the day it's gonna break on the in the middle of the road? And there's still a little bit of a fear of that because it's got 130-ish thousand miles, that kind of stuff. So it's not
I mean,
young, but it's not like
no.
it's not up there either. But like,
As long as you take care of it, it'll keep going.
yeah,
And I looked underneath it, and I mean, you're not. I mean, your car is in a lot better shape than my truck is. And
that's fair.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm still. We didn't really talk about it on stream. The fact that you had water in the tire
well, you didn't
is
know that in the stream. That was
no,
that
I
was
didn't. That
post
was
stream.
after. I guess we haven't recorded anything since then.
Yeah. This will be the first
So
thing going up
since we
since.
haven't talked about it on podcast media, that was that explains the wobble.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Cause that tire was a little unbalanced.
Yeah. They said like ounces of fluid, literal ounces of fluid. And I was
That's
just like, "Mm."
you
I think it's because, yeah, once again, I had to quickly patch that tire because I was in the
oh
middle of
yeah,
a run.
that's
I was in the
probably
middle
what it
of
was from.
delivering like several pizzas in a row, and it happened at like the first or second house. And I was like, oops, I still have to deliver pizzas.
Good thing we're recording this.
Yeah. I was like, I still have to deliver pizzas, and I was like, I still have to deliver pizzas, and I just gotta do this. So like, I jacked up my car about as quick as I could. I like got all my like car tire patch stuff out, and I was like, all right. I was like, all right, super glue all over it. Pop, boo, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't have a knife. Use my car key, like just like saw a little bit. I was like, all right, the road will sand it down. It'll be fine. And then at one point, I kind of I used a little bit of a fix a flat to like just to like seal the holes a little bit, and I think I probably just made it worse for myself. But like,
I mean, you probably sealed the hole, but you'd be surprised how easy you can. Well, granted, mud and dirt can be pretty dense, but I mean, I've had people come in and they're like, my car wobbles really hard, like death wobble, like it feels like there's a tire unbalanced, and you put it up in the air, especially the winter's terrible.
oh, yep,
You look down it, oh, it's packed with snow and ice. There's your problem. Dig all that out. Oh, look, it's fixed. Pay me money.
yeah.
Well,
So I
I'm an
mean,
expert.
yeah,
So yeah, that would do it. I mean,
that's the main
you're
thing. So like we put in obviously we put in the compressor on Saturday, and like I've probably got a clogged heating coil. But here's the thing, I this is interesting, and this is maybe evidence that it might be maybe I maybe just need to get a whole new like a whole new set of those buttons underneath the entertainment.
mm-hmm.
Could be wrong, but so like I just today after work I went and did like a full car wash, like re-vacuumed things, like wiped everything down, did clean. And then I was like, well, I'm just gonna mess with the air things. When I put it on like the joint, like I haven't checked this with just defrost, but when I put it on defrost and like the foot, like the and foot foot air, well, I don't know what they call that, but like
Yeah.
when I put it on defrost and foot air, dude, air came flowing through that middle vent like a river. Like it was just like
Interesting.
boosh. And I was like, huh. ha ha. It was
Hmm.
so like I makes me think that maybe I just need to get a whole new like just maybe get a brand new set of buttons because that I think that was a whole new like I I never saw the parts you look if you looked at those parts, but my assumption is that it is a basically a whole new assembly for that part based
Um,
off how that thing looked when you took it apart for the stereo.
yes, that's those buttons were all one piece. If you were getting air out of the top zone when you were on defrost, and you shouldn't have.
Hmm.
The mechanic in me wants to look at it, but
I
and
mean,
diagnose it. I
next time you're
if
next
it
time you're in town, you're welcome to because as far as I see it, you diagnose it and if you want to fix it, I'll pay you.
that's fair.
Like that is my rule of thumb. It's like if you diagnose it and want to fix it, I will pay you to fix it. If you diagnose it and go, I don't want to fix that, I'm an adult and go, that's fair. I wish you would, but I get it. Like when you were explaining, like I don't want to. That would when you were explaining the potential of like the heating coil. I was like, yeah, I don't blame him for not wanting to do that. That just sounds like a
Yeah,
hellish weekend.
it's it's not hard to do. It's just
Intense.
a lot to do
Yeah.
to change one little thing.
Which, yeah, like if that's something you didn't want to do over a weekend, I would have a hard time blaming you. So like, you know,
That if it came to that, that would be you're driving to me and we're gonna go into the shop
which to be
where
fair,
my
at this
tools
point in time, I'd be absolutely willing to do
you
that.
can now because we fixed the.
The litany of issues.
Now it doesn't death wobble.
It doesn't death wobble. I have air conditioning. I have
A
let's
pretty
I
good
have
stereo
a
system
good
now.
stereo. Yeah, like those speakers sound very nice. Um, which I'm proud I did that myself, even though it was simple. Like
I mean, those getting those door panels on and off are.
suck, but
I mean,
I
that's.
didn't have to do like any soldering or anything like that. All I did was click, click. Oh, really? All I did was click because I bought the little thing to connect to the speaker that just connected to the VW harness, so I didn't have to do any splicing or any of that
Yeah.
shiz. So, like, you know,
Ironically enough, most of the skills that I have when doing that sort of work did not come from my time in automotive.
yeah, well, you know, that's why when your dad asked me how you were, I was like, I was like, it's like I don't know the mechanic stuff super well, but he like as soon as he had his hands on the stereo stuff, it was
Oh yeah,
because you know what you're doing there.
because I am into my third career area. Actually, the automotive really doesn't do a whole lot of the electronic stuff. I'm trained to repair electronics. We don't do that in cars, but not
Yeah.
generally.
Well, and then I've thought about it, and like, one of the, I think one of the things I want to look at is, there is some sound when when that tire is turning, like a, and it could be me just being paranoid with cars, because like I'm always afraid that something's breaking in my car. So I'm willing to
Um,
accept it could be something that. I'm also willing to accept that it could be something else.
if it's while it's turning, if it's just a sound and you don't feel anything, I would look at your fender liner.
Then okay,
See see if you're catching it.
that would make some sense.
Because especially on like you get it more on like Jeeps with big tires when you or like big lifted trucks with big tires. If you turn too sharply, the wheel catches the fender liner and it goes and you're
Hmm.
like, am I gonna break something? Probably, but it's just plastic. But yeah, I would if you're not if it doesn't feel like it's like shaking, then
I mean,
I would
frankly, I'm just not so worried about it that maybe some next time you're in Ames, you can just we can drive around. You can drive around in my car, and I'll be a passenger princess for, you know, a ride
Yeah.
around Ames. But like, because basically, I've my goal for this car over the winter is just to kind of save for some stuff, like potentially like if that because like say let's say that heating coils the issue, right? And it probably is, but we don't know that for certain because like again,
Yeah.
when I put it on defrost, I got a river of air, and it was um
So that could be the mode door actuator, mode door stuff,
yeah,
which would be a lot cheaper, but still probably about the same amount of work. Still
gotcha.
gotta take all that out. That's all in there. It's all in that thing.
It's all in the
You gotta take
stuff.
that out. And it's back behind the thing with the thing and the doohickey.
So yeah, like again, I would be willing to drive to you to fix that. So, but that's kind of a post winter kind of dealio because like it's gonna make it through the winter, no biggie. Like, and
Yeah.
because yeah, ideally, again, my goal for post winter is like I want to fix any kind of teeny tiny small things with car, and I would love to get a small, shallow subwoofer, put like just and then attach the amplifier to the back, and then get that added to my stereo system. That's really about the only two things because like I and like even the subwoofer, like I don't really care that much, but it's one of those things that like if it doesn't take up that much space,
The audiophile in you wants it.
yes. And like there's two little teeny tiny tweeters in those in the rear passenger doors that I think are, I don't know. I'll show you some other time because I noticed them today when I was cleaning my car. I was like, "Mother trucker, are those little teeny tiny tweeters like just in the like the door frame assembly?"
Oh, maybe.
Because like where the next is like between the handle and like the little trim thing that I had to pry out.
Probably not. You'll have to show me or send me a picture or something.
Yeah, next time you're in town, I'll show you. Again because that is so far
Yeah.
down. Like I don't care. But like it's one of those things that if I can. Well, also the other reason is because Crutchfield. Props to Crutchfield. They're like, by the way, since you, because like you get points for buying stuff. So like you have $17 to use on Crutchfield, and I'm just like, well, if I have
Well,
$17, I might as well put that
that's
towards.
that's $17 off of something.
That's $17 off a subwoofer and an amplifier because it's good for a year. So
Sounds like we're putting in a sub next summer.
Uh huh. God willing, of course, because